Going in 3, 2, 1. We are live. We are back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Top Dragster. Gotta send, of course, the shout out to the JoJo Network for putting on the last race. But we're back in action over here for the majority of the season. Ready for the 8th race of the season here in Austin, Texas at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, the Grand Prix circuit. First road course race of the season. So we'll see who's going to be able to bring us. Gotta send congrats to Toby Roberson for winning last week. And like I said, of course, thank you to Joe for putting on the stream. And speaking of Joe's, a familiar Joe is back in the booth to do his Joe thing.
Yeah, hopefully good commentary.
Hopefully so, indeed. Looks like we had a little connection issue there for a moment, but hopefully that'll not be too much of an issue. Of course, to anyone in chat, please let me know if anything is going on with the stream. Keep me posted if there's any kind of lag or buffering or anything of that sort. But for now, though, for a road course race, we have got a very healthy field here. Looking like we should have about 27 or 28 guys taking the start of this race. Should be a good one. We'll go down the running order here very quickly as they're in driver's meeting and getting ready to go. Nick Gunther on pole in the 56 with a phenomenal lap time. The only driver to turn a lap time under 2 minutes 20 seconds with 2:19.6. Josh Moyers will be starting in second place in the 68. Then you've got Jacob Smetana and Randall Coleman. Ediver Leal and William Page, Cody Luke and Sean Romero, and Jovan Anderson and Billy Ryan, will be rounding out the top 10. So pretty usual suspects there in the top 10. DJ Harris in the 48 will start 11th, making his debut of the season. Matt Watkins, Thomas Philbrick, RJ Bishop, and Jeff Goodpaster round out the top 15. Joe, you want to take over from there?
If I know these people, Martin. I've already lost it.
Bill.
Bill Martin.
Yep.
16th. 227, basically flat. Blaine Donlin will start 17th. Toby Roberson in 18th. Jim Black will start 19th with Seth Cole rounding out the top 20. Benjamin Snyder starting in 21st. James Moore, 22nd. This weird Joe Rakowski guy starting 23rd, but he's not racing.
Yeah, what's he doing here? Come on, security.
He has a triple number. I don't think he got the memo. Collette,
Ricky
Collette, 24th. Ryan Lusk,
nailed it.
25th. Andrew Miller in a triple number. That's a little weird.
What a buffoon.
But what a buffoon, 26th. Oscar Ramos Jr. in 27th. Greg Lovell in 28th. Tyler Mallon starting 29th. Watch out for him. Trying to come through the field. And Shane Whitehill? Sean Whitehill will round out the field. Not really 30th. That's 28th.
We'll be 28 drivers officially. And actually, come to think of it, there is a triple-digit number in there. It's actually racing. Greg Lovell drives the 088, so... there is that. Which let's get you guys some pictures here of the show, of which it is going to be a very interesting one. Cautions are going to work very, very differently in this race. They are not in game. They will be manual, and they must be called by the drivers that are involved in any kind of multi-car wreck. If it's just a self-spin that no one else is involved in, that is not allowed to be called as a caution. If there is contact, that would be a caution, but that is only if the drivers call it out. If they do not, the admins won't know, and we'll keep going. 24 laps, which sounds short, but when you see the lap times, you'll see why.
2.5 minutes each time around.
Exactly. And pit window is pretty much exactly half that from what I saw, about 12 laps on fuel. Not too sure what the tire wear is going to look like for this one, though. It could be shorter. We might see guys going for a two-stopper, or if you're going the conservative route, you could make it on a one-stop. So we'll see how the field's going to split up in that way if this whole race goes green. If we do get some cautions thrown in there, we'll see a really mixed bag of strategy. So a number of different things that could happen here. Of course, we saw some of what could happen at this track. Of course, referring to Ross Chastain winning in pretty dramatic fashion.
Yeah. if that happens, here, I don't know if I would be as kind as the comment like Clint Boyer. I'd maybe kind of call it out a little bit more. Be like, I don't know if I agree with that. Depends on the circumstances, though.
I mean, it's also just going to be such a case of, I mean, at a track like this in a sim race, guys are going to be having such different driving styles, different braking zones, different ways that they're going to take the corners, especially these S's. I think this is going to be really treacherous.
Yeah, I would say the S's in that stadium section, those are going to be the two sections to watch out for, because you miss that by just a little bit, you can lose spots, go off track. I mean, there's turtles, you go flying, so that could be interesting.
We've got long straights, we've got sharp corners, we've got high-speed corners. This track has it all, and it is going to test every bit of talent that these drivers have.
Looking forward to it.
As am I. I'm stoked, and dude, I'm freaking stoked to have you back in the booth with me. It's always a pleasure.
I'm stoked to be here. I'm like not driving this. I would not want to be driving.
I drove this track 6 days ago in another league.
How was it?
It was brutal.
Yeah, it looks. I've been watching through practice, and like braking looks so finicky. Like you never know what you're gonna get out of the brakes.
Oh my gosh, especially if you run ABS, which I unfortunately do.
Yeah, so
that kills you.
I think that's gonna be interesting to look out for, to see, you know, what exactly is gonna be happening here. Is they're getting grid up and ready.
Getting onto the grid here. Looks like they're gonna be going from the back straightaway as the field takes shape. Yeah, they did not elect for the full pace lap. I've also driven here many a time in the Codemasters Formula 1 games. I was a lot better in those than I was in the stock car, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I do a few F1 leagues, you know, at the moment. And, yeah, I would say I'm probably a lot better there than I would be in here, so...
I mean, I did okay. I mean, it didn't help that I lost a couple gears, which... That's another thing that can actually happen here. These guys stripping gears, and then you gotta... Like, if you lose third, you gotta shift straight to fourth, which will slow you down. I had the misfortune of losing first gear, which really gave me trouble out of those hairpins.
Yeah, I mean, really want to be in a low gear to accelerate out.
Yep. I mean, there's worse gears I could have lost. Actually, come to think of it, I think on the second to last lap, I also lost third.
Oh, so you had second and fourth, basically.
Yep.
For a lap. That's not great.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I'd already made some other mistakes, and of course, it was just a little bit chaotic, so... I think something may have occurred here, and they're wrecking it up.
Well...
So, re-rack there.
Yep.
Drivers,
redo
your cars.
Hey, as it always is, we're just having a little bit of fun here in the booth, but at the same time, we got to be at least somewhat professional. You can think of us like Clint Boyer. We're two Clint Boyers. we keep it somewhat serious, but we have fun.
Yeah, we have fun while doing it. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. I mean, that's what NR is all about in general.
Exactly.
Unless you're Joe's simulation series at California.
Then the AI just wants to wreck all the time.
And that is not fun for you.
No. Not in the slightest.
Yep, I think we're re-racked again.
Drivers,
yep, there we go.
To your cars.
It's possible that we may have someone that maybe they missed the grid or might be having some technical issues that they're trying to get them back in there, which does happen from time to time, so you want to give everyone a fair shot.
Yeah, I can imagine with how big this track is, there could be some you know, issues with connections. So
And I mean, of course, we had the server crashes occur at Phoenix.
yeah,
Um,
let's knock on wood that that doesn't happen here.
Amen to that. But again, that's completely out of their control. Nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah, that's
Has anyone
uh,
been like disconnecting or falling out in the chat that you've seen?
looks like Moyers just fell through.
Uh oh.
Yeah,
And they might re-rack for him again.
he just connected, but it's obviously gonna take him a little bit to, so they might have to.
Yep, he just missed the start, so I think we might have another go at it. Or they might just say, go ahead, and they'll go ahead. I mean, he could still get on track, he could still run, but that might put him a lap down early in the going.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that looks... Oh, no, Randall's not going,
Yep.
so yep, they're re-racking.
All right.
And
This is the charm. I feel it. Third time's a charm.
this is the one.
Yeah.
Let's just see some... Oh, I think there's some bigger problems happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're back
usually
at
if they
happy
kick it back to happy hour, that means there's some bigger problems. But oh boy, that just raises um, the anticipation level for me a little bit, just in terms of what on earth are we going to see?
Exactly.
Because I have no idea. This is only the second time I've ever even witnessed a race at COTA. So, and of course, we got, as I always say, some of the best in our race, and about to give it a shot, and we'll see how it's going to go. Any predictions?
Oh, I don't want to jinx anyone, so I'd rather not say things. But I can expect that we'll be getting at least 2 contact yellows.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. I think there's going to be more actual contacts than that, but they might not actually call out the yellows.
Yeah. All right, maybe we've gotten everything.
Everything all squared away, ready to go.
Okay. Good sign. We got a lot more people on the grid than before.
Yeah, everyone jumping on, including the 68. Just checking on through the field there. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on guys like Ricky Collette, Tyler Mallon, Sean Whitehill,
Yeah.
Oscar Ramos to be making a charge through the field here, trying to get up there as time goes on in this race. There's Toby Roberson there. Last week's winner in Atlanta. Matt Watkins also. Probably keep an eye on him.
Chat is filling up with good luck, so I think they're ready to go. They're thinking that this could be the time.
It is showtime here indeed. A couple guys making their debuts this season, mainly the 92 and the 48. We'll see how they're going to be able to do here. Again, DJ Harris, I've seen that name floating around a few times, but I don't recall seeing him on track in a long time, so interested to see how he does. And of course, keep an eye on Snyder. And we'll see how things are going to go from there.
Wonder what the anticipation is like now. You know, they had to abort start a few times, and now they only have half a lap to kind of think through what they're going to do at the start here. Obviously, it's a long climb up the hill to turn 1 where you could send it in deep, so would hope that no one does that in the initial start, as they're already trying to wreck there. Was that turn 12, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to be able to call out the numbers of these corners very well. You're just going to hear me say, yeah, the one of the 2 hairpins, the S's. I guess you would call. I guess maybe where they're about to come into here, this would be the carousel.
Yeah, the
Perhaps?
carousel's up here. One of the final corners on the track.
I know that there are 20 corners that are numbered.
There's 20 overall. So if we start counting backwards, we might be able to get it.
So I can definitely easily call out turn 19 and turn 20. That won't be a problem.
Yeah. And the carousel's 18.
Pretty much. Yeah, let's
So we're
face it.
getting there.
The S's are probably like turns like 3 through 12,
Yes, that's like 3 through like 8, 9, I think.
at least.
All right, here we go.
We're going to be coming to the green this time. Again, the pit window is going to be interesting here. We'll see who's going to go safe and make it a two-stopper. Who's going to go for the one-stopper? Braking zones, everyone's going to have a different one. And a lot of different driving styles, so there might be a lot of action going on throughout the field, and we will do our very best to keep up with it as it happens. Gunther and Moyers coming to the green flag, and it is officially out here at COTA.
All right, you see some looking out here as everyone tries to brake and keep it off the car in front. They did a good job there in the start, keeping it nice and easy. Some 3 wide and some
Ooh.
contact.
A little bit of beating and banging there. That was Thomas Philbrick getting into DJ Harris, but they all keep it straight for the moment. And now here's where things are going to get really interesting as Gunther pulling out to a lead early on. Side by side, Leal and Page. Page, you're going to get that spot, checking on back. Everything looking A-okay so far. Benjamin Snyder kind of falling off the pace a little bit, but everyone looking to keep it clean at the moment.
Tyler Malinari moving up some spots. He, I think, was 23rd at the start. He's, I think, already cracked the top 20 within a very aggressive start. Yeah, he's going for it through the S's already.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
closing up on the back of the 39.
He's had to have gained at least like 10 spots by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was all the way at the back, and here he is. You know, he's top 10. He's not too far in front of him.
No, that's true. Now here comes another hard braking zone.
Oh,
Some guys locking up.
DJ
DJ Harris going wide.
Oh, he hit the wall.
Gets into the wall a little bit. Going to be able to get out of that really, really deep sand.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to throw it into neutral and then throw it into first in order to get out of. I've been there. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's the sand where the AI start doing reverse donuts trying to get out.
Pretty much. And Gunther really pulling away here, looking really strong at the moment. A lot of wheel spin from Ediver Leal in the 08. Or 09, excuse me.
Yeah, these things look like a bag of bricks getting thrown around the course. I mean, they are not comfortable by any means. Look at, I mean,
Ooh.
there's so much wheel spin through the corners. It's hard to turn. This is looking crazy, and it's only lap 1.
Yeah, they got definitely the difficult setup in here, that's for sure. Of course, as I've said before, fixed setup. Everyone running the same thing. We got Billy Ryan trying to get by Jeff Goodpaster. Pretty tight battle there. Yeah, the scoring is not going to update very frequently. I apologize.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait 2.5 minutes about for...
Pretty much. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of guys running wide. Oh, geez, some of them are 2 wide there almost. That's Ryan Lusk, 83. But that is a full lap there. We kept it clean, and Gunther with a comfortable lead. A little lockup there.
Look for 3rd, Coleman.
Coleman trying on Jacob Smetana there. Going to get that move done, no problem.
That was textbook right there. Just kind of threw it up the inside, nice and easy. And I think the 42 gave him the spot though. Didn't want to fight it. Knew the 9 was faster.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are just like, hey, I'm just going to try to keep it on track, do my best. Another shout out here, Ricky Collette is moving up a fair amount. Was 16th at the line there in the number 2.
Yeah, Malin's up to, I think that's 13th now. So he gained, 10, 15 spots. He actually get into the back of the 11 there.
Yeah, I saw that there from the turtle cam pretty much. That was awfully close. Ryan almost gets into Goodpaster.
That was close.
And that might open the door for the 81, who's, oh man, not going to give him much room.
Yeah, no.
And ends up running a little bit wide.
Oh, and now really big wheel spin right there as he tried to get up over that curb behind, even more wheel spin. That's one of the corners they're going to have to watch out for, too. A lot of wheel spin capping off that. There's a lot of smoke ahead. As the 71, Romero missed that hairpin. Turn 11?
Man, that's getting a little iffy there. A little bit of door banging there with Lusk and Ramos.
Malin by the 11.
I think Ryan just let him by there.
Yeah.
But I gotta give a ton of credit to these guys. I mean, we're seeing them getting really close. Let's go! Right as I say that.
On the straightaway.
I think that was an attempted block.
Yeah, that. Ooh, yeah. That's like the one part where you. Oh, and now the A3's in the wall. We got guys going really wide, like the 50.
Holy moly. But did they call that though? That's the question I have. Is there three
Yes.
wide?
So far, I'm seeing nothing in the chat about a possible yellow coming out, but obviously, it could be communicated
Oh
other ways, so
boy.
we'll see.
'Cause yeah, that's just it. I mean, they have to actively say, hey, there was contact there, caution's
Yep.
out. And if that's not going to be the case here, it looks like we're still going. So no yellow as a result of
Nope.
that. I'm going to take a quick look here in a moment. As Ramos now trying to fend off Collette and Harris.
A lot happening back there.
There's a lot happening everywhere, but my goodness, yeah, I'm surprised at what happened there. That's for sure. So going down the main straightaway here, 50 looks for the move, and actually, yeah, the 11 really didn't move that much. It looked like maybe the 50 just got a tad bit too close, and it could have just been a case of one zig, one zagged, and then actually, oh, Ryan Lusk spun because he got into the 50.
Oh, so the 50 had a few cars with them on that straightaway.
Yeah, I think those were two separate incidents there where caution could have been called, but they did not say anything, and we're still going.
Got a good bout for second heating up.
Picking up here, we got Coleman starting to hound Moyers. Letting it kick out there a little bit on exit.
Yeah, it must be so fun doing that, trying to get it to turn better, get off the corner better, but it has to be so sketchy, right? Get into the gas, knowing it's going to wheel spin and set the back end out, but just trying to get it set. As you can see right there, Coleman with the draft looking out, going to brake a little bit earlier and not want to force it too early.
I mean, that's just it, though. I mean, if you're trying to really get the back end to kick out, of course that'll really help your exit speed if you know how to hit the throttle. But if you hit it just a little bit too hard, that's where you get the spin and could potentially send the thing facing the wrong way. So it's a balancing act. I mean, you could just go the safe route and just kind of let it roll through the corner and then hit the gas off, but then you're going to lose so much time down the straightaway doing that.
Yeah, so
I know for sure because slow speed corners are definitely my weak spot.
yeah, it's one of those things where you have to do the dangerous thing to be fast here, but that's what separates the best from the others, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's
Track
absolutely
like
true.
this.
I mean, and this track has it all. You got the fast speed, the low speed, the long straightaways, the quick corners.
Technical sections with the S's.
I mean, this track is pretty much any driver's paradise just in terms of testing
Yeah.
all of your abilities. Might have a battle facing up here between Cody Luke and William Page. Page, who's also just on a solid run here. Looks like you will cross the line in seventh place at the moment. Looking for sixth on the 8.
That's honestly a little interesting because last lap he was inside the top 5 and he was up there battling with the 09. So I don't know if they had an issue or if the 5 just had an issue by himself and fell back here and now is trying to recover. But he was up there in 5th, however many miles ago, 4 miles ago or so.
Yeah, that's very true. DJ Harris has fallen out of the top 20 here. Possibly may have had a problem here in the 48. We're going to have to try and see if we can have a look at that. It's very, very hard to keep up with everything going on here. I apologize. Matt Watkins has also had the same thing happen to him by the looks of it.
Yeah, DJ Harris just kind of threw it into that corner and he almost about lost it right there as Gunther onto the back straight. That battle for a second still not going away. Coleman is not letting Moyers get away and is hounding him, just looking for, an opportunity, some sort of mistake. Got a great run down this back stretch here. 68's going to pull over, maybe just let him go. Yeah.
Looking at, we just saw what happened to Harris there. He just got wide and hit the grass and spun. But yeah, Coleman now up to second. And Jacob Smetana still kind of hounding these guys there in fourth. See what he's able to do. But right now it is the Nick Gunther show. He has run away with this thing at the moment. But maybe he's pushing it and just has opted for that two-stop strategy. Or maybe he's going to be able to back it down enough here that he can keep it on one and maybe Moyers has different plans. Again, that's where the strategy is going to be all over the place in this one.
You're going to have to watch out, when we get maybe, 8 laps in, 9 laps in, see what if some of the front runners decide they want to pit, if they've been pushing too hard. Because obviously this is a track where you can build a gap over the cars behind And you can make strategies like that work. You know, at like oval tracks, making an extra stop would be kind of frowned upon. But here the track's so long, and you know there's such a difference in speed among some cars and drivers that potentially it could work out. You know, an extra stop.
Absolutely, as Smetana's starting to hound Moyers a little bit more there. Some more lockups into the corner there as we got the 92 going wide
Oh,
there.
he's if you get a wheel on, yes, he did.
And 92 will keep it going. Pretty much just trying to hold his own at the moment. Taking on through the field here. Yeah, Gunther comfortable lead there. Coleman starting to really let it hang out now. Actually
Huge
ran quite a
lockup.
bit. Actually ran quite a bit faster than Gunther, who's sliding. Oh, jeez. Nice save, but that's going to cost him some time. And that almost cost him the lead if that thing had gone around.
Coleman visually closed in, and he's been really good. This corner right here, getting it in nice and easy, and then powering out to get the run down the straightaway. So if Gunther was a little bit harder in, so maybe not as much speed down the straightaway. This is where Coleman really closed in and gave the 68 a fit, and he could possibly do that with the 56 here over the next few laps. He's definitely gaining visually. You can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. So might have a battle for third here. Smetana looking to take it on Moyers. Going into the hairpin there. Looks like he will get that no problem in the braking zone.
I think that was another case where Moyers just, you know, level-headed and said, "You're faster. You just go. I don't want to hold you up, make you mad." To where, you know,
Opting just
you
to
don't-
kind of save his stuff at the moment.
the 9 is there though. It's like a few car lengths now only.
Oh man, you're not kidding. That maybe tire wear could be coming into play here. Maybe Gunther was pushing a little bit too hard there early in the going.
Yeah, with how his first few laps were, I mean, he rocketed away, and you know he ran a 2:20.2, which is a really fast lap. In fact, it is the fastest lap of the race. And last lap, Coleman ran his fastest lap. So I mean, Coleman definitely saved a little bit. Maybe see Gunther again, really kind of sliding there through the final corner, turn 20.
He does not
Coleman
want to
is
let
right
the 9
there.
take this lead whatsoever. Oh man, Coleman might have a shot
Great
at it
run.
here going into the turn 1 here, going up the hill. I'm gonna think better of it for now. Ran an even faster lap that time. Coleman has been
Yeah.
running faster laps each time so far.
His fastest lap of the race, second fastest of the race overall, just off of Gunther's, you know, second lap that he ran. Gunther really struggling right now. Ran a 2:23.9 to Coleman's 2:20.3. So that's, you know, that's a lot of seconds.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course Gunther did have that slide.
Yeah.
That didn't help, but yeah, even then, I mean, I didn't think that was a slide that would cost you 3 whole seconds.
You know, there's definitely some other issues during the lap, but we'll see if Gunther can try and fall back into a rhythm now. You know, kind of recover. Ooh, he hit that curb, and now he's in the grass.
Oh man, that's where DJ Harris spun, but
Yeah.
keeps it straight, keeps it going. But oh man, it seems like that he's just pushing way too hard at the moment.
Ooh, look at that. He's sliding into the corner. Coleman nice and easy. Gunther did a really good job, though.
Oh yeah, he actually got the better run off there, doing just fine. But Coleman, of course, now going to have the draft. Also, going to give a shout out here to 5th place Ediver Leal, just kind of hanging out on his own right now in P5 there.
That's where I'd like to be, just by myself, no one around me.
I would love that as well. Just kind of solidly running, but at the same time without any real trouble. But right now, Gunther's got a lot of trouble from Coleman. Ooh,
Look at Coleman. Great corner for the 9.
He got a little sideways there, but yeah, in some of these corners, if you see him kick out a little bit like that, oh baby.
Mirrorful, the 9 cars. Gunther,
Ooh, tries to swing it a little bit wider there to get a better corner here through the carousel.
Look at how he's just sideways through there. Trying to
I know.
get back into the... That's amazing.
They're both a little sideways there. They know how to wheel these things. And I think Coleman's got the car right now. And might go for it here.
He might back it up, just look at turn 1, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get really good runs down these straightaways with the draft. Gunther going wide, trying to get as much of a run as he can onto this main straight.
He got a pretty
trying to keep
good one
Coleman
there.
behind him. The 9's still faster in acceleration. Look at him gaining with that draft. Looking out.
Side by side for the lead. Gunther's slight lockup and holds on to it. Lap time's fairly even that time.
This is good stuff.
This is phenomenal stuff here. Road course racing at its finest. Still green, and even Jacob Smetana, I don't know if it's just a visual thing or what, but I think that even he might be closing a little bit. I mean, the lap times are saying that he was almost a second faster. Oh my gosh, I just accidentally went to the helicopter cam and I saw how sideways Gunther was.
I guess that would be the best part to see, how sideways they all are, is looking straight down at them, see where they are compared to the curbs and whatnot. It's outstanding stuff.
Man, these guys are freaking phenomenal. This is awesome to watch, and now, yeah, Gunther's even gotten away a little bit, so. We'll take this opportunity to kind of do another little check through the field here, see what all's going on. Moyer's now just kind of all by his lonesome there in 4th, Leal 5th. We got Cody Luke in 6th.
Wow, that's...
And William Page was 6th, and now it looks like something may have happened to the 5.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, man.
Oh,
yeah.
the 2 spinning in the S's. Oh, and we got one behind. Philbrick just spun with them.
Oh, man, you got the 2 of the 23.
And that was 2 separate incidents, actually. The 2 spun, then the... It was as if there was oil on the track with how it looked.
We'll have a quick look here for Collette and Philbrick. Going over the curb there, and yep, just lost it. And then, oh my god, yeah, Philbrick, pretty much exactly the same thing happened to him.
Carbon copy.
Like, perfectly so. I'm going to try and go back as quick as I can here to see what may have happened to William Page. Oh, he actually just voluntarily pitted.
Oh, okay. So, you know what? Probably thinking, his tire wear was bad.
But, man, that's going to put him into a bit of a hole there for even the 2-stopper.
16th, 17th now.
Yeah, he's a ways back there.
Watkins up to 12th. He's had a good recovery mission.
Yeah, looking okay at the moment after possibly having some trouble earlier. Look at Tyler Mallon. He's just kind of leveled off at the moment. Just behind Oscar Ramos, who's had a very eventful race so far. Bill Martin is 9th, just behind Jovan Anderson right now. And then they're both trying to catch Sean Romero, who is trying to catch Cody Luke. So there's 4 guys there on the same straightaway. As Luke runs a little bit wide.
How far the top 5 have gotten away from 6th on back. They have like the whole S's to them.
Yeah, that's true. As actually, I didn't realize that Billy Ryan was actually also a lap down.
Yeah, he just came off pit road. I saw that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Checking back up at the front.
Oh, Lusk has spun in front of the leaders.
Oh man, that's off of the second hairpin before the back straightaway.
Yeah.
I think Lusk may have just pulled it off and... Oh, no, there he is.
Hey, he got back going. Luckily, it was a fast spin. But
a better run there than I thought. Ooh, look at Coleman. He's close.
It got a nice run. He's kind of just lifting though to stay behind him. Knew he didn't want to make that lunge quite yet.
Although Smetana has now caught them both.
Slid it in.
Ooh, run a little bit wide there.
I'm going to look to cut under maybe.
Ooh, that's going to be a good chance to do it.
Oh, Gunther spinning!
Oh, he's into the 9!
Oh my gosh!
And the 9's going to spin it!
Now that should be a yellow because Coleman's involved, right?
Yeah, he's the one that made that rule, so I would imagine.
Leal is going wide in the 09.
Looks like they're still racing here. Coleman trying not to let the 09 by, and that is going to happen.
Smetana, now the leader in the 42 after all. That is...
Of course, that was happening just as I was checking, like, wait, what happened to Lusk? He just disappeared, and then... You were screaming like, "Oh my God, he's spinning!" Yeah. I'm like, "Oh shoot!"
Gunther is pitting.
So that's gonna be a guaranteed 2-stop there for.
The 09 is pitting.
For some of those guys, Smetana has stayed out.
So I guess.
And Moyer's out as well.
They didn't call yellow for it. That's.
I mean, I'm surprised at that too. Honestly.
It was, the 2 leaders and You know, the man who made the rule, you would think would want to be the one to enforce it, being like, "Yo, I got wrecked." The
Exactly,
leader,
yeah.
unless the whole thing is, if the 56 technically didn't spin,
I mean, I
I mean,
guess
he was
not,
still
but
involved in
the
it, but
nine definitely did.
yeah, the 9 was all the way around. I think twice even. He was kind of around. Uh,
Or maybe I may have misheard the rule where it has to be like multiple cars, like a
yeah,
bunch.
yeah. That's the only thing I can think of is that has to be, some like 3, 4 cars maybe involved in it.
Yeah, and so far all
It's
these incidents have been only two, which I think the biggest incident would have been Billy Ryan going flying off of the 50s bumper.
Gunther has apologized to Coleman. Just said it was oversteer.
Yeah, it's. You think with how these cars are turning that you would lose a lot in terms of front grip, but also with the amount of wheel spin that we've seen, I'm sure those
Yeah.
rear tires aren't happy either, and you're just going to get more and more of it as time goes on.
That rear
So
end on the 56 was all the way out. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be doing that. And then he started spinning. I was like, oh, he didn't mean to do that.
hey, that's just something that can happen. Is Ricky Collette getting out of the way for Smetana? We'll see if he's going to stay out here or not.
I'd love to see for Gunther here. He can push now. He's on tires. He knows what strategy he's on. He's right behind, the 39, the 71, and the 8. So he can try and gain some spots back and see what time he can make up on these fresh tires. Having to pit, an extra time, obviously, but see what he can
That's
do with
true.
that.
That is very true. I'm going to be interested to see what his lap times are, how they compare, and uh,
42 is pitting the leader.
okay, so looks like he is also gonna
But
throw out the one-stop strategy.
Moyer's staying out. Coleman has abandoned to go to a 2-stop, but Moyers is kind of committed right now. Give me
Yeah,
a world of his own.
I think that this is where you're gonna have to commit if you're gonna go for the one.
Yeah, that
But
would have been the last lap really to go to a 2-stop.
but at the same time, you can as he slides there a little bit. But at the same time, you see how much slower his lap time is
Yeah,
compared to his
Gunther's
best.
Gunther's already up by the 71, and he got by the 39, and now the 8's pitting, so he has free range now. Gunther was hauling on that lap, and the 9 and the 42 are still on pit road.
What's his lap time gonna be here? As he flies past Coleman. Okay, that was
And
still his out
Smetana.
lap. So, and yep, he will get by Smetana as well. So, the undercut has
Second.
worked for him. But will it work enough for him to catch the 68 if the 68 sticks to the strategy that he's on?
Yeah, that's very true. Right now he's got to make up 29, 30 seconds.
Over the next 14 laps,
Yeah.
as Moyer's going to get by Ricky Collette there and then one run wide.
Stay out of that gravel. He's in the grass.
We had to get out of the throttle there. That's not going to
Yeah.
help.
Paulette is now going to try and get back on the lead lap and does. So there's that happening. You have more in front of that.
Oh boy, we got a little trouble back here with Romero, Luke, and Matt Watkins. A couple guys coming out of the pits. The other guys kind of
Oh, yeah,
getting to
like
that corner right as they were coming out.
You got like Watkins there, as you mentioned. Joe Van Aerson not that far behind them. 93.
Oh yeah, that's true. Still keep an eye on him to be fast.
Oh,
So
the
might go a
60s.
little ways back. Yeah, pretty comfortable lead there between the 56 and the 42. There's Moyers.
You'll see if he's still committed to whatever he's doing.
I mean, it's possible that he might be seeing just how much slower is it? He hits the curb and spins it around.
Oh. You're gonna want to do a 1-stop. That's it.
That's gonna, yeah, he's gonna come in now. He just fried the tires and he is coming in.
You're already slower, so you might as well pit. You're basically at pit road speed already.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Slow 45-mile-an-hour pit speed.
those curves, man, those turtles, they can get you.
Yeah, that didn't even have a turtle on that corner. Yeah, he just hit the curb and that was that.
Man.
And just like that, Gunther with that one lap, the 1 lap sooner pit stop. Now we're going to take the lead once again.
It's going to be Smetana, the only one really with him in second, all the way back, a straightaway practically to Coleman, who's going to be third now because the 68 Warriors is going to fall behind him, and I think Warriors going to come out fourth though still.
Yeah, if
Leon's
Warriors
pretty
is
far back.
if anyone's going to make a one-stop work at this point, which it looks like no one is,
Yeah.
then they're going to have to save a ton of fuel and tires. So I think everyone's pretty much committed now to the two-stop strategy.
And I think this is where it could get interesting, right? Because you mentioned the fuel window about 12 laps. So if you're going to be doing a two-stop, it's Gunther sliding through the S's. You know, when do you pit? Do you go with 10 to go to try and do an undercut? Do you wait out to split it, 8-8-8? As Gunther sliding again,
goodness.
that was not good. Matana's right there now. Got a nice run. This decently long straight.
Oh man, yeah, we might have another battle for the lead shaping up here. Going into the hairpin. Smetana not yielding.
This could have been a bad one, but they both did a great job getting it down to speed, keeping it on track, and they're going to stay side by side right here, and I think... Ooh!
Ooh. I thought that we were about to have a repeat of the 50-11 scenario.
Yeah, that was close. I hope Smetana didn't see how close that was.
I mean, we know how outspoken Gunther is just in general, and he wants wins, and he wants them bad. If he does not get those wins, he is not a happy camper. We know how critical he was of the Atlanta track that they ran. And I mean, hey, you want a talent-based track.
This is the one.
This is the one. So he's got to be happy about that, but not happy about seeing the 42's rear bumper, who's getting a little bit of a gap on him now. And that is where I think, Colin, going back to what you asked about doing that undercut, and I think that is something that Gunther, knowing how much time he gained by doing that, I think that he's probably going to be looking to pit as soon as possible.
Oh!
Maybe not quite 10 to go, but probably 9.
Yeah, 9-8 to go. So I think it's going to be interesting to see who's the most aggressive. And obviously, these front two, they kind of have it made, right? Because Coleman all the way back in third, he's a good ways back, along with Moyers in fourth. Moyers does have the freshest stuff, though, so we'll see if he can try and close it in any.
Seth Cole getting out of the way there in the 66.
92's on pit road without a front end.
No front. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we haven't seen much of the 92, but from the bits and pieces that I have seen, he's been having a whale of a time out there, that's for sure. And Moyers is already closed on Coleman.
Yeah, you could tell that the difference with the tires is really, really helping.
I think Coleman also had a problem. He ran a 228. So I think he may have had a near spin.
He definitely had to catch it. And he's 17 seconds behind our race leader. So he's kind of just... he's not probably trying to push it too terribly hard now after whatever close call he probably had last lap, right? Probably just sell in, say, you know what? Unless a yellow comes out, I'm kind of out. Or unless I guess they spin in front. But
yeah,
we kind of have a shot.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen that caution yet, just based on what I know.
Ooh, really, really, really bad turn 11. He turned in too early, hit the curb on the inside, and launched him out to the outside, almost into the sand pit. And he lost, I would wager, at like a second or so.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's not looking good for Gunther unless he gets that short pit. Jacob Smetana just looking smooth as butter right now in the 42. The Hooters machine trying to get it done for his first win of the season. We only have one multi-time winner so far in these first 7 races, and that's Tyler Mallon. Outside of that, we have 6 different winners in 7 races. So
the 92 is in the gravel again. He's back going. I was watching the 71 let the 50 go, and then in frame came the 92 without the front end. Scared me a little bit, but yeah, it was only him, luckily. But yeah, Oscar Ramos is really moving through the field. Just got by the 71. Now he's looking on Mallon for 9th.
Oh boy, those are 2 of the most aggressive drivers in the field, I would argue. So this could be an interesting battle to keep an eye on. And of course, you got Romero there too. Outside of that, credit to Bill Martin and Cody Luke. They're doing a phenomenal job up there in 6th and 7th currently.
Yeah, just, quiet days. Bring home a top 10 and... Yeah, I mean, and if stuff goes wrong for the front few, could get a top 5 even. They're that close.
Yeah, this is one of those races that I would love to be in, like Edward Leal's position or
Yeah,
Bill Martin's
yeah.
position, where you're just doing your thing, running
You pick up the
solidly,
scraps.
and no one's around you. Whereas with Coleman and Moyers and, oh, speaking of Coleman, look at him slide.
Yeah, they're pushing because they're like, all right, there's a spot on the line. You know, there's a car in front of me. They're on my lap. I'm battling them. They're on my strategy. But if you're the '09, if you're the 39, well, maybe not the 39 because the 8's coming up to him. Cody Luke might be fancying a battle for 6th. But even like Jovan Anderson, quietly 8th. Hasn't really done much this race, but that's a good thing that we haven't really said, the 93 at all.
That is really, really true, yeah, and just all by his lonesome in 8th place at the moment. And Malin has actually gotten away from the 50, more so Romero, who's hounding him now. And that is for the top 10 at the moment. Which is... Looks like Matt Watkins may have made his second pit stop already. That or may have had another issue.
Side by side for 10th. Sean Ramirez trying to get it back from Ramos.
Ooh, going into the S's here.
Yeah.
That's going to get close.
Hard to go side by side through here.
Watch out for those turtles there. Phenomenal stuff. Getting up on 2 wheels.
Whew.
The
Oh,
Napa machine. 2 wheels for the Vodafone machine. Great battle there for top 10.
Ramos kept it. That was impressive.
Man. Yeah, I know Romero. He's kind of one of those guys that, like, if you won't rough you up too much. Ooh, yeah, he got a good corner there. We'll see if maybe he's going to go for it in one of these hairpins coming up.
Oh, he has a run.
Great
Definitely
corner
take it.
there.
Dive into the inside. Gonna have the spot made.
Ooh, if he doesn't
Yeah, that was too
have
shallow.
some trouble there on exit.
50 got a nice run using a wider radius.
I think they're still side by side, though. And indeed they are. So who's going to outbreak the other?
It's game of chicken down into turn 12.
Oh, man, they're really late. And oh, man, look at that. Perfectly done by
50's
Romero.
gonna cross under.
Ooh, just a little wide. But Romero's going to get it for now.
Look at the try.
Question that. Wow. Crit run around the outside and
He's
not
on the
giving it up.
gas.
That's why I said Ramos and Malin, probably the 2 most aggressive drivers in the field. Ramos gave it everything he had, but now Romero going to take
Oh,
it
the 39's off.
at long last. And 6th place runner Bill Martin has gone off into the sand in the second to last corner with 10 laps to go. Coming to 9.
How good he was doing, too.
I actually don't think he lost much.
Lost
He lost a spot to Jovan Anderson, and that was about it. So at least there's that.
Yeah, it was only, I guess he lost to the 8 as well, but yeah, other than that. Kind of like
Edward Leal is also spun it from 5th.
Oh! But he has a really big gap, which is, the best thing for him. He had 30 seconds over the 8, so...
Yeah, he's just fine as long as he hasn't got too much damage for that. And please pardon me, we actually have 11 laps to go currently for the guys on the lead lap. Jacob Smetana living a charmed life right now. He is getting away from Gunther, no problem. So Gunther's got to be thinking, all right, I should probably pit here soon.
Oh,
If he's not going to spin it... He is pushing that car beyond its limits at the moment.
Yeah, that car does not want to turn the way Gunther. If it was if it was maybe some sort of sports car, maybe it would be a little bit more custom. But with how these cars are, I don't know. He's pushing it very, very hard.
Really hard indeed. And actually gonna keep it on the racetrack here as we take 10 laps to go this time. Smetana across the line. 92 back on pit road there. Yeah, Coleman and Moyer still just kind of locked in a stalemate at the moment for 3rd.
8-second lead for Smetana. So basically, if I'm in his shoes, I'm just taking it nice and easy. I'm not throwing it into corners. I'm not getting up near the curbs. I'm just trying to to make it last for 10 laps, do my pit stop, and be on my way with it.
Amen to that. That's the best that you can do. End of early house still 5th, has also kept her on the racetrack. Cody Luke is 6th.
That battle for
Anderson.
10th is still going on. Can you believe it?
What we got here? Oh, Ramos got it back.
Yeah, he got it back. I come back to them and wanted to see what was happening, and I saw him dive.
Oh, but look at this corner from the 71.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I really hope that these guys stay together to the bitter end, because this could be a fun one to watch if they stay like this.
This is where it's at. In comes
undercut.
Romero.
Yeah, he's gonna try an undercut. How about that? 10 to go.
He's gonna go for the undercut. That could actually help him also try to get past the 81.
Yeah, get by Malin for 9th. So
it could be the way to go. Some lap cars fighting it out here.
92.03 and the 11 not far behind. The 03 and the 11 actually be for a position.
Whoa. Thought that was about to get ugly there. Oh, jeez.
Goodness, that could have been ugly.
Yeah, 92 has not had a good day.
No.
I think that's the understatement of the year.
When you look out the front end and you don't see it, that's when you know that it's been a little bit of a struggle.
It's been a day.
Yeah, it's been something, and you wanna leave the track.
Oh my goodness, I'm surprised he hasn't already.
I would have left by now. I would have had.
He almost gets in the way and he got doored!
Oh boy. Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Can't really find the lead lap card.
I can't really say anything. All I can really say is I'm not. You got really nothing to gain at this point. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Anyways, check it back up here.
So far, no one in the front 5 pitting.
I was gonna say, I'm actually surprised everyone has stayed out. Oh, yeah. Coleman!
Oh boy.
Way wide.
It's gonna be a great run off the corner, though.
That's true, yeah, but golly, I'm surprised that Moyers hasn't been able to do more with him so far.
Yeah, that is honestly surprising. You know, he has fresher tires, and the 9's looked very unstable this run. So I am a little shocked that the 68 hasn't been able to find a way around. But I think just, you know, we saw Coleman in that first run did really, really well, got to the 56, and the only reason he's back in this position is because the 56 spun in front of him. So, you know, Coleman has had a really good car, and it looked like in that first run it was better than Moyers, even though Moyers does have better stuff here with the tires. Right here, he's closing up again.
Right on his tail. I don't know if maybe they're just going to wait and try to duke it out after pit stops. Oh man, Gunther is struggling so bad. He's actually losing ground to these two.
Yeah, he's not too far off the road. He just ran a 2:25.7 last lap, which was over 3 seconds off of what these guys ran for in the 2:22.1. So, yeah, if I'm Gunther, I'd probably be pinned this lap here, 8 to go.
Yeah, try to get some of that advantage back. Right now, this is Jacob Smetana's race to lose. And I think at this point, it should be pit stops any time.
Yeah, Gunther's having trouble with these slower corners. He must have worn the front tires off is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, with how he was slinging it through, that wouldn't surprise me too much.
Yeah.
But
they are visually gaining. Like, it's fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that his tires have given up the ghost. And probably time to pit. I mean, he's still been doing a solid job just to keep it pointing in the right direction, considering just how slippery it looks like it is out there.
Yeah, it's very slick out there. We'll see. I think, yeah, he'll be coming in.
No surprise there as he comes in. Smetana has remained on the racetrack. Has taken 8 laps to go.
68's going to undercut.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting if he runs a little wide, almost gets into the wall.
I thought he was going to hit it. I thought he was going to be in that pit wall, and I was about to say, man, that undercut is not going to work out. I think he got a little bit too excited seeing the 9 stay out.
Well, that's definitely going to force the 9 to pit this time. No doubt about that.
Yeah, Coleman now for sure. I'm actually surprised that the 9 didn't follow the 56 into pit road just to be on equal footing, because we saw how much the 56 kind of fell off.
Yeah, it's true. So, I don't know, but maybe Coleman thinks that he'll be able to reel Moyers back in. We've seen how fast that 9 car is.
Yeah. Gunther leaves. Moyers won't be too far behind him. Moyers really wants to get him for a Cody Luke.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Looks like he will.
We'll have that, no problem.
Oh, the 92's off again.
And Cody
Going up
Luca
30.
ways ahead of Jovan Anderson there. Uh, Oy.
Smetana has 2 more lap cars coming up too. RJ Bishop and Blaine Donlin.
Yeah, a couple of guys who they're 13th and 14th.
Yep.
Let that sink in just how fast these guys have been.
And not too terribly far off the road, Tyler Mallon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, granted, they've
He did just come off pit road, to be fair, but
yeah, and I think Smetana's probably going to be in this time.
yeah, I would have to think that he's going to be pitting here to not give up too much, even though he had a very, very comfortable gap.
Yeah.
Still don't want to pit too late. XC got 72 minutes out of the way for him.
Yep, courteous thing to do there. I believe that Edward Leal has also remained on the racetrack and staying out. Okay.
Do you think it's because the 45 was pitting in front and he didn't want to enter behind him?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you had even before they pitted, when you had the lead that Smetana was gaining,
Yeah.
and his lap times are still pretty solid.
Yeah, 2:22s are not bad for this stage in the run.
No, not at all. So I think that he just feels comfortable enough that he'll be able to keep it comfortable. As here comes Coleman this time.
A lot better than we saw Moyers get to pit road.
That's true. So I'm going to be very interested to see where they're going to line up with Moyers and Gunther, and Edward Leal has, like I said, stayed on the racetrack as well so far, but coming in this time as well.
Oh, but the 90. Oh,
Everyone had some trouble this time.
92
oh my
and
goodness.
the wall. I was very scared for Leal right there. But we know Gunther is really good short run pace.
That's true.
Really good at the start of the race, and then really good outlap that last time. I think he's really pulled the 68 by a good bit, and it looks like Coleman is leaving now.
Ooh, this is going to be close.
Yeah, so the 9's got a lap fresher tires. He will be behind the 68 now, but he did a really good job holding him off with worse tires last time. So
yeah, and now he's going to be on the attack. So I think if there is going to be a battle in this race, it's going to be for third.
Yeah, I think so. And if Gunther does wear his stuff out like he did last run, it could even turn into a battle for second. But you have to think that Gunther this time, since he doesn't have the 42 right in front of him, he's not going to be pushing as hard probably.
It might be a case of slower is faster, in a way.
Yeah,
not slinging it as much. And yeah, that would look very smooth that time for the 56. I also saw Jovan Anderson on pit road. Cody Luke looks like one other driver that has kept it out on the racetrack thus far, who's been running very solidly.
Watching Smetana here to see if he is thinking now's the time to pit. No one really in front of him, so
He's gotten ahead of Ramos at this point.
yeah, Ramos also just came down pit road.
I mean, still, he's just charging, and here he comes.
Yep, here we go. All right, don't hit the pit wall. Get down to pit road speed.
Oh my! I don't think you could have done that any more perfectly.
Yeah, that was a pit entry if you were trying to maximize every 10th to try and get out ahead of the guy. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, every 10th of an inch.
Yeah, he was maximizing everything for what? He had an 8-9 second lead.
Oh my gosh, and that lead, I wouldn't be surprised if that's grown at this point.
Absolutely.
I mean, Gunther has had a couple laps now to try to gain on him, so I mean, we'll see if maybe it's any closer, but I still think that it's going to be Smetana pretty comfortably.
Yeah, Gunther just getting into turn 19 now, and he's already leaving pit road. Smetana is, so he's going to have basically the front stretch.
And he's got 6 laps here to just try to keep it pointing in the right direction, and this is the first season that I really recall watching Jacob Smetana on track, so it'll be cool to see him get a W here. He's run solidly throughout most of these races. His brother Peter as well. We've seen him in quite a few races. Not here tonight, but Smetana he's kept it solid, kept it clean, and ever since that little deal between the 56 and the 9, he's just been able to run away with it. Gunther was able to run a sub 1 minute 20 or 2 minutes 21 that time, but it's gonna take some good fortune for anyone that gets to 42 at this point.
You know, Moyers just ran his fastest lap of the race last lap at 2:20.7, so he's on it when it matters most. He's trying to stay ahead of the 9 and maybe catch up to the 56 towards the end, possibly.
Yeah, maybe if they have enough time to do so. Checking on back here, Liao still Mr. Quiet. I mean,
Yep,
he had that spin, but I mean, he's just doing his thing in 5th place. Again, aside from that one spin, that was it. Cody Luke coming out of the pits now. Probably going to be holding on to 6th here.
Yeah, Joven pretty good ways back. Martin still in 8th.
Joven's a little ways ahead of the 39. Matt Watkins is now 9th ahead of Romero. That could be a battle for 9th here.
Oh.
Ooh, look at this. Right as
I don't know if Watkins has pitted yet. I think he could potentially be on a 1 stop.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I completely forgot just how far back he fell. My God,
Yeah.
it is so hard to keep track of what's going on in these races.
Especially when it comes down to road course races like this where there's strategy all over the place.
Yeah, and they've gotten spread out because we haven't had a single caution. Ooh, look at Coleman. He has caught Moyers.
Yeah, this was his push lap, right? You know, Moyer's last lap was his push lap, but now that Coleman's gotten his tires up to temperature, he's after it.
Oh, man, he is looking a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Defensive line for Moyers.
Moyers isn't just going to let him go. He's going to be fighting him. We're nearing the final 5 laps, so.
There's 5 laps to go.
Coleman looking. Just trying to get the 60 into a mistake. A little bit of a slide right there for Moyers.
We're pretty good friends, these two, so I'm sure there's going to be some banter there.
Him go.
Oh, man, he's letting him go.
220 flat for Coleman on that lap.
Almost into the 19s.
That's the fastest lap of the race by nearly 2/10.
Man, that
and it came on lap 19. That's
yeah. I'm not even sure if Moyers would have really had anything for Coleman anyway.
Yeah,
with
maybe.
a lap time like that.
Yeah, maybe he's just like, you know what? You go up there, maybe you can catch Gunther, and then you two wreck again, and I'll be the one to finish in second.
Oh, that's true. I mean, Gunther's looking strong right now. Just ran a 21-1.
Yeah. That's a pretty good lap because he's been on these tires for a few laps now.
Bishop gets away, or gets out of the way there, and I don't know. I think with 5 laps, and the lap times looking the way that they are as Moyers runs wide, I don't think it's going to be enough time for Coleman to catch him. Well, ooh, jeez.
Yeah, so, like, assuming he stays a second faster, it'd come right down to the end, but I do think that Coleman would maybe need a mistake out of the 56, but, I mean, he's a good bit faster, it looks like.
Yeah, Coleman has had... I mean, yeah, we just saw him run the fastest lap of the race, which is only half a second off of Gunther's pole lap.
Yeah, that's when you know.
And even then, I actually think that that is faster than the guy who qualified in second, which would have been Moyers. So...
yeah, Moyers got a 20.1. So...
yeah, Coleman is on a mission right now to try to get that second place back. And maybe a little bit of redemption after, that little spiel
Scrap.
between the two.
Yeah. It looks like Bishop... yeah, he's getting out of the way. He saw just how fast. I think he saw the red mist coming out of that 9 car. And that's let me move.
Yeah, Bishop's been doing a good job of letting everyone battle it out. Smetana takes 4 laps to go now.
Coleman sliding off turn 19.
Yeah, he's gonna have to push it here quite a bit. We'll take a look at the lap times here for Gunther. At the stripe, 22-0.
Not bad. Oh,
ooh, second and a half faster, 20.6.
Gap is down to 4 seconds.
So 4 seconds with 4 laps to go. We'll see. We'll see if it's going to be enough time.
A second a lap, that's what he needs. He's on some fresher tires.
Check it through the
I
field, see what else might be going on. Everyone pretty spread out at the moment. Not really much going on. So that's going to be the battle at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, I think really our big focus is going to be on second and third to see if the 9 can run the 56 down. Other than that, maybe if the 81 can run the 15 down.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Malin has been pushing quite a bit, and I mean Watkins struggling.
Yeah, Watkins on some old stuff, I have to think. So
I mean, credit to him though, giving it a shot. Currently in the top 10. Where's
yeah, good
Bill?
recovery after what happened early on to him.
Yeah, and Bill Martin hanging on to 8th place at the moment. Just gotta send a shout out to some of these guys here. Jovan Anderson is 7th, and actually, I mean, if Bill Martin keeps on the pace that he is, that could become a battle for 7th.
Yeah, it could be. He's
Cody,
not too terribly far.
yeah, Cody Luke kind of in his own zip code in 6th place at the moment. Of course, we've been mentioning Liao, who actually may have had another spill possibly with a 2-minute 30-second lap there, but still 5th, just all by his lonesome.
Yeah, he has about 7 seconds over the 8, so as long as he doesn't have another one, should be able to keep that top 5.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be battle for 7th and battle for 2nd. This is what we're going to be keeping our eyes on.
That battle for second, I think it closed up again this last lap. I think Coleman getting the whip out and trying to get up there. He may not have closed as much as last time, but I think he definitely closed again.
Yeah, it's just about half a straightaway, probably, by the looks of it. So Montana has taken 3 laps to go. We'll see what the lap times are going to be this time around. 56 taking the stripe there with a 21.9. Nice and consistent lap. 20.3 and a big lock up and a big slide.
Yeah, that's not going to help his case at all. The tires are now very, very hot.
Oh, well, you know that he's looking at that gap to the 9 going, oh, shoot.
Yeah, he was looking. He saw it drop down once again to, less than 3 seconds now. He was going, I might have to start pushing a little bit harder, and that's what, Coleman kind of intimidated him in that regard, right? Seen him get closer, he's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, look at him trying to sling it through some of these S's, hits the turtle. Here comes the corner. That's been a little treacherous for a number of guys.
This corner, especially for Gunther, he's had some troubles, and he had some more troubles there.
Ran it wide. A great corner there for Coleman.
And Coleman straight narrow off that corner so he could get into the gas.
That car a little ways ahead is Sean Whitehill. Oh, man, he struggled through that one. It is going to be on here any moment now.
It's going to be down to the final 2 laps, I have to think. Meanwhile, Smetana's just, cruising.
Yep, doing his thing. Checking on back at
the... up the road.
I just checked back on the battle for... I just checked back on the battle for 7th. Both Anderson and Martin just ran lap times within 0.02 of a second.
so they're pretty equal. Oh, Gunther's messing up. He's let the 9 go.
And just like that, Gunther maybe returning the favor a little bit for what may have happened a bit earlier.
Yeah, and maybe he knew Coleman was driving with some aggression and was like, maybe I'll just move out of the way, right?
Maybe. Yeah, just maybe. Whitehill getting out of the way. Fighting back, maybe.
Maybe his gift was, I'll let you go, but that doesn't mean I'm going to let you keep it.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe I can attest to this. When you're behind somebody, you can kind of use them as a reference, and you almost drive better.
Yeah, you have a rabbit to go catch. And
exactly.
You can start, measuring braking points different. Like, oh, I can brake here instead of, a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely for Gunther it could work out. But you can see the 9 really pulled him off turn 20 right there.
Yeah, I think where Coleman has had the advantage pretty much all night long has been on these corner exits. He's been able to get that throttle just right.
Yep.
Whenever he's coming off these hairpins.
Yeah, the back straight and the front stretch, that really has gained him a lot of time this whole race. And like he's going to be setting up for a 2nd place as long as nothing goes wrong. He has Seth up ahead. Seth should definitely be courteous and, yeah, right there.
Most likely, yep, there he goes.
Let both of them go in one one fell swoop.
Of course, Gunther also runs a lot over in Seth's series and leagues, which I guess I will throw it out there since the colors
Oh,
are
the
right in front of us.
Ooh.
What happened?
The 9 just had a moment. He kind of slid through the S's and did lose some time, but then Gunther gave it right back to him as he also slid.
Oh boy, that would have been something there. I was just about to shout out the Flat Out Racing Network, another good group of broadcasters, and I think that just solidified it.
Yeah, but now you don't want to give up third. Warriors isn't too terribly far back.
And that's true. His lap times were definitely faster. So don't breathe yet.
Yeah, he just needs to take it easy though. He doesn't have to, you know.
Oh boy, speaking of not breathing yet, Martin has definitely gotten closer to Anderson. We'll see if that could maybe shape up into something there.
Oh yeah, look at that. He really closed in by like a second and a half that last lap.
So battle's gonna looks like it'll be for 7th. Unless Moyers can pull a rabbit out of a hat to try to get into the podium places.
Smetana's coming to take the white flag here to the final corner.
Gonna be white flag here for Jacob Smetana, who after taking the lead has not looked back since. Got one more lap ahead of him and a pretty clean racetrack for the most part. Got Matt Watkins a little ways up there and James Moore who just about had a spin.
Clean racetrack, except anything could happen at any time.
Oh yeah, that's true. But a 21-2. That is looking pretty darn good for the 42 for the time being. Coleman in second. And Gunther's still fairly comfortable in third there. We'll see how it's going to look. That was a second faster from Moyers.
No immediate pressure for Gunther, though, so he can...
Ooh, side by side, 7th place.
Oh, here we go, yep. 39 wants it.
39 wants it on his inverted number.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was a kick out.
Yeah, oh, look at 39's going to dive it.
Ooh, but then this is going to give the 93 the run off and the inside line.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then he's going to try to swing to get a good run here.
39 went wide. He's going to try and cut it back here. Couldn't really get it done. There's not much grip in these tires left.
This is definitely where the battle is. At the moment, a Toyota versus a Ford. Checking further back, Sean Romero and Tyler Mallon will round out the top 10 as it stands. These guys are going to take the white flag. Kicking out again is Anderson.
Smetana, I think, just content to let the 03, the 03 may be saying he's not content letting the 42 behind him. He might just want to let him go.
Yep, just don't force any issues at this point.
Yeah, you can see he's had chances to get by this 03, but now the 03 is going to let him. Then he'll definitely take it. But
final two corners here.
Flawless since he got out front.
Been absolutely phenomenal as mans these tires perfectly.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be having some dinner at Hooters tonight.
I think so. Did we get any free things?
Hopefully so. Maybe get some free wings. He's earned them. Jacob Smetana coming out of the final corner. Going to win it at COTA in the first road course race of the season.
That was good stuff. Coleman looks like he's going to be second here.
Pretty handily there. Gunther will handily hang on to third. A great effort for the pole sitter. Had some drama in there between him and the 9, but they settled it out, and that will still be a great third place finish for the 56. Moyers fourth. Ediver Leal will probably be 5th.
Long way back to 5th place.
And Cody Luke has actually been closing on him a little bit, but don't think that's going to be quite enough.
7th.
But the battle's still on for 7th. Oh boy.
93 not giving in. The 39 is ahead and almost clear.
But then the long way around.
93 cuts it close.
To the inside, to the outside, to the inside again. Big slide. Ooh, but here comes a good run for Joven.
Yeah, straight run off for Joven Harrison. All the way to the wire for 7th place right here.
I think that's going to be Bill Martin's to lose at this point now that he got that spot on a last lap pass.
Wow.
Great battle there for Simmons. We had some pretty good battles throughout the night, despite being caution free and pretty spread out. I think there were definitely some incidents there that would have warranted a caution, but I digress.
Martin will keep 7th. What a drive on the final lap.
Yeah, great job. Bill Martin, I've been really impressed by his speed just throughout the first part of this season so far. He's been doing phenomenal.
And tonight, just, solid, consistent speed. He probably could have gotten 6th if he didn't, spin down to the sand trap that one lap. But still, that was the only mistake he made, and still came home with a really, really good 7th place.
And a great result for Cody Luke finishing 6th.
Yeah. Romero's going to get 9th, and I think Mallon's, he's going to round out the top 10.
Phenomenal stuff there. I mean, at a track like this, I'm sure you got to be dancing with anything like that. Because it looks like Smetana's still pretty much going flat out. Coming back to the start-finish straight here to celebrate.
He wanted to make sure that was the end. There wasn't one more lap. He wanted to make sure
that he didn't confuse the white for the checkered.
Yeah.
He's going to take the stripe one more time here just to be sure. Okay, go just a little bit short. Going to do some celebrating.
He just wanted to get over there really fast. He was
like
super excited.
He was like, I've earned this celebration.
Yeah. He wanted it now.
I mean, at a track like this, anything like that, you deserve to celebrate, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where you could walk away from it and you feel a lot of pride, right? You're like, oh, I just beat all these guys at one of the hardest tracks, and I kind of schooled them when I did it.
That's true. And backing it into the pit stall there. Great stuff. Great stuff. And I'm sure that I wonder if some of these guys are also just going to be like, I want to take a nap now.
Yeah, a lot of them are going to be like, all right, I am wore the heck out.
I am in pain after that.
Top 4 finished basically a minute in front of 5th place.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that's just what happens when they get spread out like that.
Yeah.
But, a really good race. I was actually really entertained, despite just how spread out they were.
Yeah, there were a lot of just good, solid battles throughout, right? And it wasn't even like it was too many. It was like, one-on-one battles that we got, which were really, really cool to see.
Absolutely. And
those are the best battles.
Oh, amen to that. It was awesome. There's some drama in there, but nothing too crazy. Even a pretty good wreck there, which of course you don't want to see, but man, that was a hard hit that Bill Ryan took, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But Jacob Smetana, the winner, after it's all said and done. There's going to be some champagne flying throughout the top 3. Again, it seemed like there was cooler heads prevailed there between Gunther and Coleman. That was cool to see.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine moving forward now, right? 9 got by him, 56 let him by.
Yeah.
56 apologized immediately.
Yeah, I mean, and hey, that's just a part of road course racing on a really tough track like this. Really, you can't really hold that too much against someone if it's gonna come down to something quite that tough.
Exactly.
Just checking over here. Just sent a message to a race winner, see if he wants to be talked to. I see we got some Benjamin Snyder and Cody Luke fans in the chat there.
Cody Luke was a good one to root for. Very quiet tonight, but still put down, just solid laps. 6th place.
Yeah, good 6th place finish there. And I will admit, that was really, really tough, even just trying to keep up with everything happening.
I'm tired just watching it.
Oh,
I can't
man.
imagine what they were going through. They were getting me tired just seeing how much they were sliding.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get any interviews here. Everyone just probably was like, okay, get me out of here. Let's move on.
Everyone left their computers. They were like, I don't want to see this for another.
I
I don't want to see this for another day.
don't want to see this until like they're probably like get rid of this for next season. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, get me out of this track. In fact, take a lot of these road courses off because they're all going to be that hard. I don't want to race it.
I mean, I'd love to watch it. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good to watch. Glad I was not racing.
I mean, hey, we got an action-packed next few races coming up here, though. Next week, April 3rd, which will be right here on Top Dragster. It's the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Whew.
and and then after that, on the 10th, is going to be Mid-Ohio.
Oh, so another road course. This is a tough stretch for these drivers, let me tell you.
It gets even tougher. 17th, Bristol Dirt, baby.
Okay, so they're just they had to go from the Atlanta, whatever that was, to then a road course, to then a very good short track, to then another road course, to then a short dirt track,
And then Talladega.
and then a super. Okay, yeah, this is a stretch of the schedule that these drivers probably do not like.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely be very, very happy once this stretch is over.
Yeah,
we'll
they want to get back to the cookie cutters.
I mean, they got Dover after that, I guess. I don't know.
That could be a little hard too.
I mean, oh, and then it's Darlington.
Well, that's hard.
That's gonna be tough. And then Kansas. So there you go.
Okay, that's their their regular track.
So just gotta wait like a month and a half, and then we'll be
Yeah.
it'll be pretty much back to normal at that point, finally.
Yeah.
But we do have at least someone that we'll be chatting with here. Third place finisher Nick Gunther. Great job, man. I'm sure that track was absolutely brutal. Well, it is. I drove it last Monday, and phenomenal pole lap. That was I was astonished that everyone could get below a 220. But it had to have been tough out there. How was it?
I mean, it was fun. I love road racing. Are you kidding me? I'm really looking forward to the next few races, and I was really counting on winning this one because, I mean, I circled start and underlined this track. I mean, I felt like I thought I was gonna get some redemption after Atlanta last week. You know, coming 1,000 feet away before going to victory lane, before that happened on the outside. We locked them up in the first run, and unfortunately, I think I took out the 9 a little bit there. I feel really bad that I did that, but I think we're all good. I just spoke with Randall a few minutes ago up in the Racing Channel room. We're all good. The second run is where everything decided to go, crap itself. We lost second gear, so after we lost second gear, we were just off pace completely. I thought I was going to manage to hold on to second, but then Randall just got me within 2 laps to go, and it's just all about trying to hold on to third and just pack it up, take the bottom of the podium, and go right back at it. So, just the way it is.
Hey, you still get the champagne, so that's.
Yeah, boy, buddy. Let's go. I'm ready to get hangover before work tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't. Yeah, it just felt like another one slipped away from me. It just sucks so bad.
Well, still holding on to third place, but no second gear, no less. I didn't even realize that. I mean, that's the thing when you're.
I typed it in the chat. I guess you guys couldn't get a chance to look at that. I had no second gear. That's why I was just so freaking slow there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, at least just watching it, because actually showing the pictures, I can't pull up the chat myself. And when you're spectating, it still shows that you're shifting normally. So that's just what kind of threw me off.
I just wanted to let you guys know I wasn't tanking or anything. I really was trying to salvage what I can.
Oh no, it was fine. It looked like you were pushing. They were living daylights out of that car, just like I'm sure everyone else was. And again, I ran this track, and I like my road courses, and I could say this track absolutely kicked my butt. So.
But I love these types of tracks that kicks your ass. I really do. It brings a challenge, and that's why I love driving it.
Well, yeah, you stepped up to the challenge, and even overcoming some adversity, still got a really solid result there. I'll let you have the floor if you want to give out any shout-outs or anything of the sort.
Yeah, once again, I got to thank my sponsor of Impact Health for providing a really fast race car, providing me a great job. Being in the job market for such a long time, they're willing to take a chance on me. Getting me kick off my IT career with them. I have a great group of guys there at the job in the King of Prussia office. It's so fun working with them. It's so much more fun learning like what to do and all that stuff. I just gotta say, thanks to all the the fans out there. I probably have no fans at all because I have a really dark past. But whatever, what can we do? Yeah, I just gotta say thanks to all those guys and thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a little bit of a fun action while it lasted.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that. Stick around once we finish here. I just have a question for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. It's just just something that kind of just popped into my head. But stick around for just a moment. But before I properly wrap it up, Joe, any closing thoughts on tonight's road course action?
It was fun, very fun to watch, and I can't wait for the next one.
You're gonna love Mid Ohio then.
Yes, Mid Ohio's a great track. Can't wait for it.
I would love it if it rains and it turns out like that one Xfinity race. That would be awesome.
Oh god, that would be so much
Everyone-
fun. Yeah, the Rip is gonna be so
off.
much fun to drive.
Can we get a mod for rain?
We're just making it slippery or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
Uh,
Rip all the way down.
yeah, I do see Randall Coleman here in the media
How about
center.
you interview him and then bring me back in?
Yeah, we'll chat with him here really quick and then we'll wrap it up. So we'll swap places here for just a moment.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel. User left your channel.
And there is the man himself, Randall Coleman, brings it home in P2. And of course, the head honcho of this series itself. This is the first time that we've actually talked to you in the booth. But I'll just ask you about the race to start with. How was it out there?
It was, for the most part, it was a pretty decent race. Unfortunately, we got caught up there in a wreck with Nick trying to go for the lead, and that kind of hurt us as far as having a shot at the win. But overall, was able to drive back through, wind up getting second, so it was pretty good.
And I will just ask just how that setup was. I mean, I'm sure that was a setup that probably you would have had a hand in deciding on. Apologies for the siren. It's probably someone passed out from exhaustion after that race. But how was the setup? Loose, tight? How was it?
To me, it felt like it was a very drivable setup. Like the more you ran and the tires got heated up or warmed up, it felt like you could move it a lot better. It kind of started off tight, but as the run went, you probably seen a lot of cars were sliding around. I know I was sliding around. I was trying to not to, but I was still sliding around some. But overall, it was a pretty good setup.
That's awesome, and put on a really good show. We saw some great battles. Of course, you had a little bit of drama there between you and Nick, but still, that was a lot of fun, and you both got a really good result despite that. You second, him third. I'll let you have the floor if you want to shout anybody out or give out any thank yous or just say whatever you want.
I gotta thank my sponsors: Hooters, Napa, A-Shock. They've riding on board all season, so we got those three. Couldn't thank them enough. Gotta give a shout out to the rest of my team. I know a lot of them struggled tonight. They had some issues, but we'll rebound heading into next week. I think next week is next week's actually gonna be pretty fun. Next week's Nashville Fairgrounds, so that should be a very fun race. So I know you'll be streaming that one, hopefully.
Absolutely.
So I gotta give you a shout out for streaming these races when Joe's not around and whatnot. You've really stepped up to the plate to do it. So I thank you and Joe both. But yeah, next week, Nashville Fairgrounds. That's probably one of the first. I guess yeah, it is the first short track technically. I don't count Phoenix as a short track, but you know.
Yeah, neither do I really. But no, that's
that should be a pretty good show. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Hey, as are we. I'll be looking forward to watching it, and again, good job on rebounding tonight and getting another pretty good finish there.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, right on. All right, so I think that will probably wrap it up here. Again, Joe, thank you so much for joining me for yet another one. hoping to have you for plenty more of these races coming up here, especially this crazy stretch.
Yeah, this. You told me the stretch. I'm like, oh man. Well, buckle in.
Shut the doors, lock the windows, call off work, and just
Yep.
sit down, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show.
Exactly.
But congrats again to Jacobs Montana on the victory. First road course race of the season, going to car number 42. And we'll see if he'll be able to get it done at any other point throughout the season. And of course, good luck to everyone else in this stretch. We'll see everyone next week at the fairgrounds for race number 9. Until then, though, thank you again. Take care. And bye for now.